Hi guys, welcome to Craving for Baking. Today we're going to be making heavenly white buttermilk cake. So we're going to start off by preparing our bowls. So you're going to need one large bowl, one small bowl, and 2 bowls just to separate our eggs with. So to start this recipe off, we're going to separate our eggs. It's pretty simple really. You just crack the egg open and toss the egg between each shell gently. So we're just going to separate our eggs until that is done, and you're going to end up with one bowl with egg whites and one bowl with egg yolks. Save the egg yolks because you could use it for an egg yolk omelette or for something else. Okay, so now we're just going to measure out our milk, and I'm just using this tin that had heavy cream in it, but I used the heavy cream in the recipe before. Then I'm just making buttermilk here, and to the buttermilk, if you already have buttermilk, I'm just adding some vanilla extract and giving that a stir. And then we are just going to make sure that's nice and incorporated before we set that tin aside. Now we're going to measure out our flour. The flour, if you don't have self-raising flour, you can just use baking powder and plain flour. It will still have the same texture, but you're just going to need to use more baking powder to make it rise. So now I'm just transferring my flour from the jug into the large bowl, and to that large bowl I'm adding bicarbonate of soda, and that will just be more help to make it rise a bit more. And I'm just adding 1 teaspoon. So once you've added in your bicarb of soda, then you want to measure out your sugar. And I found this like massive circle like thing of sugar, and you just want to break that up. It's like not needed, so you just want to break that up, and it's going to turn into like crystals again, and that is fine. Now we're going to whip up our egg whites. You want to make sure that you're using a bowl that has no oil residue on it, so that your egg whites will whip up properly. And we are just going to whip our egg whites until they become light and fluffy, just to look like this. You want them to be about soft peaks, but not quite, because we're going to do something to these egg whites. So they should be looking like this. And now what we're going to do to these egg whites is add sugar. We're not going to add the whole lot of sugar that we measured out, we're just going to add about 1/3 of it. That's just going to make our egg whites glossy, and yeah, that's pretty much how it should look like. And now we're going to whisk up our flour and bicarb of soda and make sure everything is nice and incorporated. Then we're going to add our remaining sugar and make sure that it is all mixed up and nicely combined, because what is a cake without nicely combined sugar and flour? So once that is all mixed in, we're going to add in our melted butter. You could use oil as well, that will be good since butter has colour and it's supposed to be a white cake. Then we're going to add in our buttermilk or our buttermilk sub, and now you want to add half of your buttermilk substitute or your buttermilk, because we're going to do it in kind of like turns. And after I've added half of the buttermilk, I'm going to add in half of the egg whites, and we want to make sure that the air is still in there, so we're going to fold it using light strokes, and it should turn out looking nice and fluffy like this. And it's really beautiful, and it's like you do not want to bake it, but you have to because you want to eat what you're making. So I've got a tin lined with foil, but you can use parchment, it works either way. And we're just going to fill that with our batter, and it turned out good and delicious, and it was just divine. So thank you for watching guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.